I'm Julie at Ripley's Aquarium in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And today we're going to talk about sharks. Yes, sharks. Those magnificent creatures that live in oceans and inlets all over the world. Sharks evoke both fascination and a little fear, particularly since that 1975 film called Jaws came out. But let's face it, sometimes sharks get a little bit of a bad rap. And the best way to lessen fear about anything is to get educated. So let's go talk to one of South Carolina's leading experts on sharks. I'm here with Ashley. She's a curator of husbandry here at the Ripley's Aquarium in Myrtle Beach. What is it that fascinates you about sharks?
Well, they've been here a long time and they've gone through a lot of different environmental stressors, and I like to see what makes them tick. But they all have their own personalities, much like a cat or a dog.
So how many species of sharks do you have here at Ripley's Aquarium?
We have 7 total. We have some warm water, some are found in the Pacific, and we actually have some cold water sharks as well.
Now, as far as the Atlantic Ocean goes, off the coast of the Carolinas, how many species approximately of sharks do we find out there?
It depends on the season. We have anywhere between 24 and 40 different species that can travel off our coast. I think that it's interesting for people to understand that sharks are not ravenous eaters. A lot of sharks only eat 1 to 3% of their body weight in a week.
So when we hear about a shark bite, why is it that sharks have come in and bitten somebody?
Most of the time it's a case of mistaken identity or being in the wrong place at the wrong time. There has been an increase in incidents, but really that's a skewed number. More people are going to the water. Our population as humans has increased, and we're going into their environment more often. So these are sharks that are normally traveling this migratory pattern, and all of a sudden there's a lot more humans in the water and incidents do occur more frequently.
And I think it's interesting to note that people are not on a shark's menu.
No.
So when they do bite, they usually let go and go on their way because they're like, you know, yuck, I don't want to eat that person.
Absolutely. A lot of the times they'll bite. It's called a bite and release. And they're just inquisitive.
We have 60 miles of beautiful beaches along the South Carolina coast here in the Myrtle Beach area. So what are some things people can do if they are kind of worried about the sharks? Because let's face it, sharks live in the ocean. Yep. So if people want to venture into their home, and they can do that quite safely and have a wonderful time. But what are some things they should look for, or some things they could do to be a little proactive, just to kind of avoid the sharks and let them live their life in their home and still enjoy the beach?
One of the things you definitely want to do is be aware of your surroundings. You want to look and see, is there a fishing pier nearby, or are there any people out surf fishing? You'll see them with their poles along the beach. You want to make sure that you stay away from that area. Obviously, they're using bait to bring in fish for themselves, and that is going to attract the sharks. As soon as that fish bites onto that hook and has a small injury, it's going to swim differently, and the sharks are going to key in on that and be like, hey, this might be a good place to eat. Piers, same thing, especially where people are gutting and cleaning their fish. You want to limit the amount of jewelry that you wear in the water. You want to swim in groups. Avoid dusk and dawn. It's their normal time to be hunting. Lifeguards are there to help you. They're going to tell you if you need to get out of the water. If a lifeguard suggests you come closer to shore, it's probably because there's a current going on that you aren't aware of, or there might be some animals in the area that you're not aware of, whether it's jellyfish or sharks.
So we know that sharks live in the ocean. Should people be really overly concerned about going into the water to enjoy it?
No, you're actually more likely to get struck by lightning, bit by a household dog. There are a lot of other things that could happen much more frequently than interacting with a shark, getting a shark bite, or just getting bumped by a shark. Be aware of your surroundings, make sure you know where the closest area is for anybody who may need help, and just remember you're in their environment, so as long as you pay attention and are respectful of them, it shouldn't be an issue.
Ripley's Aquarium is open 365 days a year, and if you want more information, just search Ripley's Aquarium of Myrtle Beach online or on social media.